It had been a few hours. Since Derpy had departed, I began moving on my way. The surrounding landscape was truly beautiful. I now found myself in a town. I had done many things in the town. Well, to be more precise, I had just done a series of odd jobs in order to gain the, how to say, respect, trust of the citizens. I was in a town called Nain. I had been given a room courtesy of my help with the town, building it, shaping it. My armor had been put up. When my armor was put up, so any pony or one looking at me would see my gray skin. It looked like I had walked into a coal mine and walked out. My gray skin. My eyes were orangish red. The veins on my arms were black. I had black hair. I had a strong jawline. And there were multiple scars coating my body. One going right down my right eye. And one right down on the left side of my cheek. Just on the jaw, below my cheek. Other scars riddled my body. I could feel my magic coursing through me. I had learned a rare magic back where I came from. Blood magic. Blood magic was different. It benefited the user, but also harmed him in many ways. It was one of the most powerful magics, if not the most. Essentially what it would do is you would sacrifice a portion of your blood to power the magic. Or another's blood. But the most powerful was when you sacrificed yours. I could create life. I could heal. I could do many things if I pleased. The user can die from using this if not careful and not knowing his limits. I had cut my arm down and blood was seeping out, except it was floating upwards into the palm of my hand. There I made another cut, and there was blooming a flower with a few grass strands. I stared at it. Even though I am a knight of hell, I still admire life. Flowers were definitely one of them. It brought peace to my mind. It did a lot for me. Zane, what are you doing? I turned my head. Ah, great. Nothing. I plucked the flower out of my palm. After a few seconds, my skin healed. I looked over and said, "Look, there's no need to be alarmed, is all." Octavia stared at me skeptically. Apparently she had traveled from Manhattan. She was traveling on her way, whatever. We'd meeting up, along with Vinyl, Scratch. I had done a series of odd jobs for them, helping them out, and in return I gained their trust. "Well, what is that you have there?" I went and placed a flower on her ear. Smirked. "Nothing." I patted her hair, messing it up. She got flustered and also frustrated. I'd messed up her kept mane. Anyway, I must be off doing things. I'd walked off. We had rented an apartment for the time being in the town. Right now, I had went to my room. I was out in the barn in the back. I had just gotten done. The keep would pay me a rather handsome amount for doing the amount of work he says is annoying. Sure, it is rather tedious work. Ripping out old boards and hammering them back, hammering new ones in, repainting the entire barn, organizing the hay and other such, feeding the livestock and yada yada. It was a lot of work. It took me 2 nights. I had not slept. I was laying in my room. I had gotten into a position, sitting crisscrossed, and began chanting to myself as my armor was laid on the floor. I then pulled a special dagger from my belt, from my boot. It was white and black. It symbolized life and death, made from the holy magic of the heavens, and the hellish fire and sins of hell itself. This dagger represented many things. Every now and then, I would do this ritual. I held out my left arm, took it, and carved the 3 individual lines down my arm. On the 2 lines, the 2 lines, outer of the middle, that were facing away from the middle line, I carved around into my palm a circle connecting. And in the 1 line in the middle, I carved it into a smaller circle in the big circle in my palm. I began chanting. Everything is all right. There is no worry. There is no need. All is fine. All is okay. Even if I die. I put the blade on top of my hand, and blood began to soak around it. Fear be gone. Evil be damned. Light be shined. Let it all end. Even if I am to die, I will sleep one last time. As I chanted this old melody, the blood had fully soaked into the blade. It was enchanted. There were more ways to enchant, but I did not have them. I had to settle for my blood magic. Once it was enchanted, I sat there, leaning my head back, smiling. Many would be disgusted at this, yes. But did I care? No, not really. I smiled. Knowing that if anyone cared, they would be concerned. That was a first. For anyone to be concerned for my safety, for anyone to be concerned for me, that would be a first. The only one who was ever concerned was him, and he's gone. I lean my head back and sigh. I miss him. I miss him so very much. In a few days, Octavia and Vinyl would leave and I would travel with them. Don't know where we would go, but I will travel.